Let's do this. The countdown has begun in what is one of the closest series yet at IPL 3. Millennium Stephano versus Rain KiWiKaKi. The loading screen is going. Let's hear it again for these guys. Oh, man.
All right, so here we are, Doa. Down at the 3 o'clock position on Metalopolis, our Pink Zerg player who did come out on the underside of that awesome match we just saw. That is Millennium Stephano.
And over here at the 9 o'clock position in the yellow, our Protoss hero, Rain KiWiKaKi. I think a lot of people are pulling for KiWiKaKi after that game, but you know, there's a lot of fans of Stephano out there as well. He's played so well in the series. Whoever wins this game totally deserves to go on no matter what happens. Either way, it's going to end up great for us as spectators. It's such a great
agree. I definitely agree. KiWiKaKi has opened both games 1 and 2 with that chrono-boosted Zealot strategy. He already has a pylon down at the bottom, so we'll see if he decides to open up with that yet again. Forge photon cannons and then double chrono-boosted gateway Zealots after that. Stephano, though, I don't know how he's going to react to that last game. I don't know if he's going to switch something up.
I don't know, man. I mean, after a game like that, you can see literally anything. I mean, you see players cheese, you see players try to go for another long macro game. I mean, you know, both of these guys are just mentally frazzled right now after having to play a game like that. So I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. I don't know, I'm just so excited. I'm like, I wish we could just fast forward like 10 minutes to see what these guys do.
I'm actually shaking a little bit right now up here. That last game was so good. I actually want to go back and like watch the VOD of that again already. But
definitely watching that one later, yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so here we have it now. KiWiKaKi with the pylon on the low ground, saving up quite a bit of minerals. It looks, I believe he put his forge down on 17 last time, so probably has a couple of supply to go before we see that. Stephano did decide to open up with spawning pool first. We'll see if Kiwi tries to block with a pylon. Remember early in the last game, he set all these cute points and then missed the block. See this time? Nah, he's got it.
He does deny
Already
it.
off to a better start.
Absolutely. Oh, denies it again. And oh, the hatchery does go down, but delayed a little bit by KiWiKaKi.
Yep, another extra 10 seconds that he can use to his advantage.
That's right.
But Stephano's going to be able to put up a queen and a couple of links here pretty soon. We'll probably throw gas into the mix as well.
Absolutely.
And this was actually very, very fast Nexus. And that forge is just about to complete. And everything looks about the same as we saw last game.
Yeah. Pretty much, but I've got a feeling it's going to be a very different ending. We'll see.
I hope not.
Well, I don't know. You never know. I mean,
it goes right back to that. I'm not going to lie.
Like I said, man, you just never know what to expect when people go through a game like that. It's really interesting to see how they play the next one, you know?
All right, and Extractor is on the way, so Stephano will start building up for Zergling speed. His opponent, on the other hand, let's see, just those photon cannons down, save up a little bit more resources before he decides to put down his gateways, but he will build those in the wall towards his Nexus so that he doesn't receive any sort of a Ling run by. Let's see, there's gateway number 1 and waiting, gateway number 2.
You know, KiWiKaKi's got a probe kind of hidden in the gas down at the 7 o'clock position about on the map right now. He's kind of
we saw
that
that
in the
last game as well, too.
Yep, could just be hiding it to try to keep it alive for some scouting a little bit later. We might see some hidden tech there, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit unlikely, at least not for a while. I mean, he doesn't even have any gas yet, so unless he's planning on hiding some gateways or something.
Mothership rush, standard. But chrono boosting out quite a few probes at the moment. He's not thrown down any gas. Yep. Interesting to note that he threw down his first gas a little bit earlier last time and didn't end up going down the Stargate route. Just wanted that for a little more conventional early warp gate tech. So if he waits on the gas and then throws down quad gas all at once, he's probably showing us super tech, or at least I would assume. But if he decides to throw one down a little bit earlier, he's probably just going to build up towards a little more conventional gateway army.
Well, you know what they say about when you assume cat's pajamas, you're usually right because you're awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. You're amazing, Doa. Love you so much.
Oh, meaningful touch.
Yep.
5 of those a day. Every human needs them. That's good. 1. 4 more to go. All right.
All right. So, here we have it. 2 Zealots coming out at a time, immediately going to production to some after that, waiting for the pylon to finish before he decides to give them a chrono boost.
Really quick third for Stephano, actually.
And is he going to remain defended against any sort of a Zealot push? He's not. I mean, I guess he would have to assume that it's coming this time. He works his way back in with another Zergling, sees the chrono boosted gateways. Yeah.
He's going to know for sure 100%. But, it's not necessarily knowing that it's coming. It's more the difficulty it is to produce the units to defend against that. You see he's got 14 Zerglings in production right now. You know, both times he had Zerglings there, but the Zealots just killed the building so fast that it didn't matter. So we'll have to see. The Zealots are already on their way. You know, will the Zerglings be able to make a difference this time? It is only 4 Zealots this time, as opposed to 2. The other 2 are kind of lagging behind a little bit. So I think this is the best chance yet that Stephano's had to deny this.
It would actually be kind of fun if KiWiKaKi got down there and then just ran away, you know, or got back into an favorable engagement with the Zerglings, because he's forcing so many attack units.
That's the thing.
Out of
Either way, it's worth it for forcing all those Zerglings. Oh, nice round by Stephano. He's not going to lose that hatchery this time.
Yep, a lot of those Zerglings are going to go down, but the Zealots finally disappear. There it goes. The last 2 running away, but they are going to get surrounded by these Lings as well.
Those other 2 Zealots are like, hey, did you see? Oh. Wonder where those guys went. Huh?
Last of the Zealots go down. Stephano has about a 16 supply advantage, but KiWiKaKi has 2 photon cannons and remains pretty well defended back at home. And there we have it. He put down quad gas and put up 2 Stargates.
Yep. All right. Not going to say anything. I trust KiWiKaKi to do the right thing.
Uh-oh. Zerglings are running into the natural, though. It looks like they're going to take out a couple of probes as they run away.
A little focusing down kills. Actually, a really good amount of probes. He actually got 4 probes there. Not bad at all for that little engagement. Yeah.
4 probes and 6 Zealots killed thus far.
Yeah.
So we have a few more Zerglings that are going to be used for map control purposes here. Let's actually take a look back at Stephano's base. We already have Hydralisk Den coming up. Actually, let me take a look at his vision.
Did he see that?
No,
I wonder if
he's not seen that quite yet.
Okay, wow, just blind teching the Hydra. You know, I mean, I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, KiWiKaKi has shown kind of sort of a propensity for getting that Stargate tech early, so it makes sense to do something like this.
Yes, indeed. And here we have it down at the bottom right. Already Spore Crawlers are being put in place, so Stephano is going to be plenty prepared for this. This is actually very bad for KiWiKaKi.
7 gates in total on the way. 5 more being warped in right now for KiWiKaKi, so he will be able to follow up a little bit of Stargate play with some pretty heavy Warp Gate play as well. Yeah. And just mixing things up like that, I think, is just the real strength of Protoss as, you know, a race in general, just to be able to make all these buildings start to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. And we'll see how many Void Rays he produces. I mean, if he produces 4 and does a little bit of aggression with them, but then just commits to straight out like Zealot Archon after that, you know, just using the Void Rays to pull units away, could be effective. But we'll see, because he tried this in game number 1. Stephano was ready for it and responded perfectly.
We'll see what happens. Now, you know what? KiWiKaKi does not see this Hydralisk Den, and he has no reason to really expect that it's there as well. He's making a lot of Void Rays, but I think he is in for a pretty unfortunate surprise when he tries to move in.
Yeah, I agree. KiWiKaKi's adding his 4th base up in the top left-hand corner. I'm sorry, 3rd base at the top left-hand corner. The 4th coming down for Stephano at the 6 o'clock. And Stephano starting to move out with a lot of Hydras and Lings.
Just going for a really early Hydra Roach push with some Zerglings in there as well. Very interesting. You hardly ever see this at all anymore.
And looks like this Nexus is going to be canceled already. Kiwi's just going for a counterattack. He's not even going to defend. It looks like he's just going to cancel, rely on his photon cannons and Warpins back at home and just push out.
Yeah, he does have 4 Void Rays. That's going to be hard to deal with. If KiWiKaKi can take out those Hydras, then the Void Rays can do work, do a lot of damage. But you know what? Yeah, there are 12 Hydras out on the field right now. Range will be completed by the time the 2 armies engage. That is pretty scary for KiWiKaKi.
Yeah, I think Stephano's going to have to cancel this 4th, though.
Yeah,
already is. Yep. And the Lings are gathering themselves up next to the Spore Crawlers that are being produced inside of Stephano's 3rd.
And here comes KiWiKaKi into the 3rd. Stephano seems to be pretty ready for this, though.
Yeah, the Guardian Shield goes down, so it's going to help the units against the range attacks of the Hydras quite a bit, but there are so many Hydras there.
I know. That's a ton of Hydralisks. KiWiKaKi's going to need to be very, very, very careful if he decides to continue engaging here.
Wow, and Stephano already at 160 supply, just 12 and a half minutes into the game, even with engagements.
So that Warpin is actually going to help quite a bit here. Here comes KiWiKaKi now, and does Stephano have what it takes to take out this huge Gateway army? I mean, even if he takes out the Void Rays, the Gateway army for KiWiKaKi is quite scary.
We'll find out, though, as those Hydras are starting to move into the engagement and pick their way up. Most of the Void Rays have gone down. The last couple are about to fall, it looks like, and there's another round of Warpins for KiWiKaKi, but Stephano looks like he stems the tide.
The DPS of those Hydras is just absolutely incredible.
Oh, wow. Kiwi down to just 65 supply at the moment.
Yeah, he put so much into that attack, didn't bother to try to retake his 3rd. It looked like he maybe almost had enough, but I feel like, he was very, very stalker heavy, where against that many Hydras, he can use more Zealots. But Hydras just kill everything so fast, it's hard to figure out just what the right combination of units is for that situation.
Oh,
GG,
there it is.
well
GG,
played.
well played. And Stephano advances
Man.
into the round of 16 here at
Wow.
IPL 3.
Stephano, he deserves it. He has played so well. But how about Rain KiWiKaKi?